Alright, here's a quick tutorial on working with PictureBoxes in a Windows Form application. So first of all, let's go grab ourselves some images. Now to do that, you go up to the Project menu and you're going to come down to the Properties option here. So Project, Properties, Resources. We're going to add some resources, PictureBox or Picture resources to our program. So Project, Properties, Resources. And then we've got a menu here for add existing files. So we can pick existing sounds and images here. And I'm going to browse out to where I have some images. And nope, not that, there. And let's view, list, okay, whoops. Let's select images here. So here's 3 images. I'm just going to grab all of them, I'm going to Control A and click open, and we will now see these images in our project resources. And now let's put one of these in a picture box here. So let's go, I'm going to pull up my toolbox. Oh, and again, that was Project, Properties, Resources, Add Existing Item. Project, Properties, Resources, Add Existing Item. Alright, let's pull up the toolbox. And I'm going to put a picture box control on my form, and let's resize it here. And now I can actually click on this little dot right here, or this little arrow, and I can pick one of my images. So let's pick an image. There we go. And let's say we want the size mode to be auto size. So now the picture box will change its size to match the image that's in it. And then let me throw a button on here. And I'll call this one Flanders, and I'll copy this button here, paste it, and I'm going to call this one Ralph. Alright, and then and I also have Homer up here, and I can see that if I go into my resources up here, you can see that there's a Homer.jpg right there. So let me make another button that says Homer, and I'll change the text property on that to say Homer. And now what I'm going to do is just double click on these buttons to make the little button click handlers. And why am I doing this? So I can show you how to change the image that's displayed in a picture box. So when we click on the Flanders button here, say Flanders, PictureBox1's image, PictureBox1.image. Remember, the dot is the apostrophe S. Now how do I specify one of the resources in my project? It's very easy. Properties, dot, resources, dot, and I should see that image there. Let's say Flanders. Boom. Alright, now let's copy this one, and this was Ralph, I believe. PictureBox1's image is now Ralph, and let's do the same thing down here. PictureBox1's image is now Homer. There we go. So I'm going to put some breakpoints in here. F9 sets a breakpoint. And when I run my program, I can either click on the button up here or F5 to start my program. Now it's going to run. And when I click on Ralph here, it will now set PictureBox1's image to the Ralph image in my project's resources. And we should see Ralph now in our box. If I click on Homer, see our project stops there, or our code stops there. We're going to set PictureBox1's image to the Homer image in our project's resources. So there you go. That's all you have to do to change the image that's displayed in a picture box. Now the only thing that you can't do, how do you test what image is actually there? You can't do something like this. This does not work. You can't say if PictureBox1's image is equal to properties.resources. Flanders. This does not work. You cannot compare these two images. So you have to, if you wanted to do something like that, you'd have to have a variable and set it to 0, 1, or 2 or something. So 0 would be Flanders, 1 would be Ralph, or 3 would be Homer, or whatever. But so that's how you can set the image that's in a picture box. You cannot actually test the image that is in a picture box, not directly. You'll have to add a variable to do that. But there you go. That's how to work with picture boxes.